Hello, Gwen.
Annie, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. Are you?
Yes, very good, thank you. I'm
Yeah.
loving the weather at the minute. Thankfully, the sun's come out again now, hasn't it?
Yeah. It's been a rather strange kind of new moon. There's been lots happening, so we're running a day or two late, but I think the new moon energy is still very powerful. It's still with us. So it'll be interesting to see what the cards say.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Okay, well, I know it's my turn to start. So I'm going to start with I've got my Return of Spirit
Oh,
cards from
beautiful.
Cheryl Lee Harnish that I love. And I've also got my Nature's Whispers. I
My
know
favourite.
you like those as well, don't you? And today they just called and said, no, we're going first. So, and if there's a strange noise in the background, it's because the dog's decided he's going to rip an envelope apart.
That's fine.
So, just to add to the ambience.
Oh,
Okay, so let's just get three of these sorted. And then I'll get three of the others and we'll just see what's going on. It's been a powerful new moon. I think what's blasting us as well is all this stuff that's happening energetically in the
well,
heavens.
well, that's
Uh,
it. Is it 4 or 5 planets retrograde?
5 planets retrograde and Mercury about to go retrograde on the
Yeah,
23rd. So we're in the
yeah.
shadow of Mercury going retrograde. But interest,
I've just done a birth chart for my new granddaughter,
yeah,
and on there, you have to look at which planets were retrograde, and there's
yeah,
four when she was
yeah,
born. Yeah,
yeah. And of course, we've got Chiron, wounded healer,
yes,
retrograde, the offspring of Saturn. So there will have been a lot of discipline about healing ourselves and getting, taking a pause and saying, look at yourself, what needs to be healed in your life, what you're carrying you don't need to carry. So that's all come in with the new moon, and quite a strong blast of energy through all this turbulence. So again, maybe not the time to sort of say I want, but
no.
the time to go release, release, release.
Let go, let go, let go.
Yeah, we're still in that period. It's going to take us till October to move forward. This is we're still being held and still being asked to pay attention to what needs to go. And
Yeah,
on that point, the first card up is Fearless.
there you go.
Okay. For me, one of the things New Moon always brings up is what emotions are going on in you and what emotions are going on around you. And there is this heavy fear energy flow that we're combating or trying to combat across the world. And one of the things that we are being asked to notice is just how much we talk ourselves into fear,
Yeah,
how much we worry our way into fear, and maybe getting us to recognize we have to think about, right, step back a bit, let's have a look at this, and to find that fearlessness. It's, to me, it always is sort of intuitive wings. I love this pattern because it just reminds me, there's the green of healing on the card, but
yeah.
there's these beautiful wings, but the reminder is our intuition is telling us everything's okay. Under the
What?
surface, everything's okay. So go ahead, uh, stepping aside from the fear, not even maybe uh, building up more fear, letting go of the old fears and moving forward just with that sense of all's right in my world. Whatever is happening for the right purpose. And this card. That is followed or linked with hope and happiness.
Yes, I love
There
that card.
she is, dreaming a beautiful future. We've got all that beautiful sort of flight energy. I love the fact that there are birds and butterflies on here, just asking us, take an overview. And she's sort of dreaming, and down below her are people sort of struggling. I don't know if you can quite see it clearly, but people reaching out, people struggling. And yet what she's doing, she's got the rainbow through her hair. She's got that wonderful sense of dream and future, and that calm, serene face that to me just makes me feel, oh. And again, everything's right with my world. Everything is going to work out. The swans are there. I always love the swans as wisdom. The sun's just peeking up behind the mountains. So yes, it may feel like we're dragged into this, or we're stuck in this sort of chain of everything's difficult, but all we need to do is rise above it, and it will just, we'll find that hope, and we'll find the happiness, because happiness is momentary. We don't live in a happy vibration 100%. So any little snippet of feeling happy that we gather is really important. So I love that card coming up. I've got a dog who's found a crunchy bit of paper.
Can't hear him, you're all right.
Oh, that's good. I think for me, this is a key card at this time.
Oh, yeah.
We can't feel fearful when we know that we're worthy.
Exactly.
When we have self-confidence, when we have self-esteem, and a knowledge that whatever's unfolding, it's unfolding for us in the way it should. And this is what I like about these wings. It looks like a butterfly. It's a reminder we're transforming, and that light that's coming in and that love that's underneath, it's transforming through light, transforming through pure energy, and transforming through unconditional love energy. And what we are is becoming more of ourselves. So this is a really good time to remind yourself that you are okay being you, that you don't have to be anything other than being your authentic self. That's what fear drives away. It drives away this idea that we can be our authentic selves, because fear plays us into wearing masks. And I feel like this particular new moon and this next couple of weeks about take off the mask, be who you are, be happy. I'm just sort of smiling because we went to the Calderdale Pride yesterday, and that's a real celebration of being who you are. And guess what the next card is? Celebrate the differences.
Fantastic.
Yeah. This is a
really good to see yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah, this is a couple of weeks in this new moon rising to the full moon, where what we're trying to do is recognize the power that we all have to be different, to be individual. There's a beautiful spiral, there's a unicorn, she's resting on a dolphin. We've got all the sort of rainbow colors, we've got flowers, even the unicorn's got someone riding on him. Sorry, I'll try and get it in front of the camera. There's another face in there, and this whole idea of there's the infinity symbol I'm looking at. We're infinitely different and unusual and individual and unique, and those are the words to use this next couple of weeks to remind yourself you are unique, you are individual, you are going to be different because you've had a different path, and that's fabulous. And what we do is when we unite together, because there are faces all over this card making parts of the other structures, when we unite together we make beautiful structures, and we use the fact that we're different in order to create in so many ways. So I love that card, celebrating the differences. And it might be that the challenge in the next fortnight is to be around people who are different and yet still celebrate they're different than us.
differences. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of them and us at the moment, and we're being asked to put them and us on one side and be comfortable with that person's view, that person's lifestyle, that person's being or personality is different than ours, but it doesn't make it bad just because it's different. Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, I love this card, of course. This is the birthing card. We are in this process, this ascension process. We are trying our best to get to a level where we embrace our intuition and we bring forth that purer form of ourselves. And I love this card's reminder that we don't necessarily know what we're birthing.
Right.
It's not always important to know what we're birthing, because if you look at that, you can go, oh, well, what's that? What does that represent? You could turn it that way and say, oh, what does that represent? Or that way, or that way. You know, it's not necessarily that it immediately latches on in our mind to be in a specific pattern. And for me, that's all about this fact that what we're birthing may actually turn out to be different than we expect. And we've got to be comfortable with that it's different, but it's good. Again, flowing on from that, celebrating the differences. So I feel like in the next couple of weeks, opportunities for new beginnings, but new beginnings, even with Mercury retrograde. What Mercury retrograde often forces us to do is focus on the way we communicate and find workarounds or find better understanding. And for me, birthing something through a retrograde, never mind all the other retrogrades, the Mercury retrograde, means that we've got to find new ways of talking about ourselves, new ways of communicating who we are. And part of that is that intuitive connection we all have that we've been ignoring. So I expect people to get more intuition prompts over the next couple of weeks, more nudges from the universe, so to speak. I've been seeing double and triple numbers all week. It's like, okay, Mercury's going retrograde, but you're still giving me my messages. And I'll obviously Google, oh, what's 333 and 222, and it's fabulous because it is another way of getting messages through. Yeah. And in a way, that's what this card represents. It's infinite blessings.
Yeah.
And whether we know it or not, whether we recognize it or not, everything is helping us to have blessings in our life. Everything is helping us to see that we've got real beauty and real connection around us. She's actually sprinkling snowflakes, if you have a look. Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, every snowflake is individual.
Very.
She's kind of gifting all this beauty and all this uniqueness and sprinkling it all over the village scene below. And for me, it's that whole idea that what this new moon is saying is new beginnings, and here's the blessings that come from those new beginnings. Here's the magic that what you kind of don't expect is all the stuff that will flow from what's happening to you. So that everything that's happening is a blessing in disguise. We often say that, don't we? Months later or years later, we say, well, really, it was a blessing in disguise. Well, this next couple of weeks, I feel like we're going to get lots of blessings in disguise. I know I've been recognizing some in this past few days, going, oh, well, when that happened, actually, maybe it happened because of this, and starting to see, oh, there is a blessing there. Oh, that's very interesting. So yes, I do feel like we've got this beautiful flow of all the colours of the rainbow into our lives, and the blessings that stem from dealing with these retrogrades is so powerful. We may not see it in the next 2 weeks, but everything will be a blessing in disguise when it's all come through.
Definitely.
So I think those are really nice cards.
Very good messages there, Anne.
Yeah, I'm glad I got those.
Because it helps you feel things that are happening to you make sense as well, don't they? Although we are intuitive and we can sort of think about these things, when you do pull the cards, it is, again, your reminder as well, isn't it?
Yes, yeah, definitely.
Well, I'm using the Sacred Forest.
Sacred Forest, yeah.
And also, they don't come out so often, but Through the Eyes of Souls has come out again.
Did you have those last time, I think, as well, didn't you?
Did I? Can't remember.
I think so.
Right, yeah. They come out for me that, you know, because when I douse the cards for the readings, I think oh, they're my favourites, they're my favourites. Then all of a sudden, you know, my pendulum will sort of go somewhere else. I think, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Need to come out. So here we go. Right, what we got here. And the other thing I've really felt about this new moon, Annie, is that it's having courage. We're in the sign of Leo. It is really felt we need to have the courage. And when you brought out the worthy card just now, it's about self-worth and believing in yourself, as you say, but having the courage to believe in yourself. It's very often, you know, things around us squish it a bit, don't they?
Yes, definitely.
Be strong like the lion. Okay, we got here then. Okay. Okay, so we have beautiful deep forest scene there, and the stag just here, and he's not actually looking out inwardly. He's looking out. He's looking up. This is the guardians of the land, and it is about the protection and remembering to protect yourself. Because as you rightly say, you know, the way that the universe is acting at the moment, but also the way the world is acting at the moment. We've got to make sure we're protecting ourselves first. If we're not protecting ourselves, how can we be there for others? So, and here, you know, beautiful stag is looking out into the light of the forest, but with you know, it looks very proud. This is my place. This is what I'm going to protect, and I'm going to make sure I protect my land. And there's a little symbol on the tree. I've never noticed it before. I don't know whether you can see it. It's like a little V, just there.
Oh yes, yeah.
And as soon as I saw that, I thought of peace. It's like the peace symbol. And so I think there's a message in those cards as well. But yeah, just full of protection. There we go.
Oh yes.
Rising from the flames, and this transmutation that's going to be taking place. I mean, we've got the super full moon coming up at the end of August. So we need to be aware of that. That's going to be very, very powerful. But I think, again, what I was saying about having this inner strength to make sure that you can push yourself forward. I mean, you mentioned about you know, transformation, and certainly this card's definitely saying it. And I always think of when I think of the phoenix rising out of the flames, it's the story behind that. You know, you have to go inward before you can come out again. And again, it is about that, you know, being yourself inwardly so that you can shine your light. Again, another protection card, but not forgetting. Here we have the lovely wolf, this is about family. And when you look at packs of wolves, packs of dogs, someone has to lead that pack, and someone's got to be there and be strong and carry the family forward. and again, it is about, I keep saying it, this strength that we need to persevere with, because whilst this planet's going all the other way,
Yeah.
your head's going to be going all the other way.
Yeah.
Keep strong and lead forward, and others will get joy from that as well, because they'll see strength in you, and which will also give them strength, which is what I really feel we do when we do these messages. It's about giving other people that sense of strength and moving forward. Goodness me, I've definitely got the protection card. I've got the wolf, the protection card, and here we have the lady, and she's there to guard and protect. And it's about the sacred waters of life, this card. So again, she has spirit above, as you can see, spirit above, water here, and it's about allowing your emotions to flow. It's okay. It's okay to cry. It's okay to show emotion. Because that again shows a true, authentic you. Keep things bottled up inside, and you're not able to express your emotions, then that gets buried, and that gets what it's like when you've got a water can that's been stagnant with water. It just is not nice. It's all sludgy. I don't know where I got that from, but it's all sludgy. I think there, when we was talking about differences, it's allowing that true you to come out. Nick's right. It's about the true you coming out. This lady here, I do love it, because she has such a sincere look on her face. And this is about sharing your wisdom with others, and we were talking about that before, and about shining your light. It's there. She's got a very, very small light, but she's shining it. She's proud of it. And she's got the mountains behind, which to me is showing, the growth that can happen when you shine your light, and the honesty and innocence in her self-belief. We've got self-belief as well. And she's holding it high and proud, and she's just shining her little light. Those little lights make, all the little lights make one great big light.
That's so true.
It is. And we've got to bear all this in mind. I love this, as this is definitely my final card, because it feels like the final card here. There's the lovely peace, the dove. He's unwrapping her, and this card is break free, regain your youth, regain your joy. And she's actually got the same sort of light as the last lady had, and she's allowed it to go down with huge water and emotion in her cloak. And the dove of peace is just unwrapping those emotions and allowing her to break free. And my favorite color, green, of course.
Of course.
That again, it comes from the heart. It has to come from the heart, and you've got to get free from your heart. And she's got a staff in her hand, so she's standing proud. She's allowing herself to be unwrapped as well. That's the other thing. You've got to be open to unwrap yourself and shine your light. So taking away her small veil of protection, she's got the purple in her hair, which is allowing her to have a whole bubble of protection, but for her to go out there with peace, with joy, and to break free. And I think that's what we need to do. Have the courage to do that right now. Because everything around us is all very wobbly at the minute. And we are all feeling it. But when we look at what the cards are saying to us, it's like you were saying before, it's okay. It's okay, because believe in yourself and let yourself just go with the flow of that pure light you've got inside, that you can just shine it across everybody.
I'm hearing that Queen song, I Want to Break Free.
Absolutely. And I think we should change the lyrics. You're going to break free.
Yeah.
You'll break free.
Yeah.
You've got to break free. You've got to
Yeah.
allow that energy, haven't you, Annie?
Yeah. Again, that's part of that birthing again, isn't it? And just being fearless that this is who I am, this is what I represent, this is how my world, I want my world to be, and just going for it, really.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, because nobody else can do it for you. You have to do it for yourself. You know, once you've done that, you're helping others too. So
I can hear that other song. I think it might be Katy Perry. You're going to hear me roar.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, definitely. Yeah. Oh yeah. I've got the song and the words. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, we're over halfway through the year, and I always feel when we are in Leo, there's good weather usually. Nature is absolutely blossomed, and there's this feeling of power and things like that. And I love August time. I love
and of course we're coming up to harvest, aren't we? So we're looking at what have we planted, what have we grown, what can we gather in, and if there's any weeds amongst what we've planted, we're needing to sort of root them out, because we want to be able to plant afresh with the good stuff. So
absolutely.
No wonder the planets have put us on pause and said, look, sort yourselves out.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant.
Really. Yeah. I've got a lot from this reading. It's helped me think about, stop thinking of what's going on around you, Gwen. Just concentrate on that love and that joy. Definitely.
I've enjoyed what's been said in the cards. I think they're a really good pointer for the next couple of weeks to help us get ready for that huge emotional supermoon that's winging its way. Winging its way.
Isn't that the reading we're doing together in Scotland? I think it is, isn't it?
Yes, it will be.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it will. Yeah, so that's exciting. Yeah, absolutely. So thank you very much, Gwen. As always, brilliant to talk and to share the cards. And I shall see you again on full moon.
Absolutely.
See you soon, babe.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, wait a minute. I'm rooting for me. Stop the recording. Oh, there it is. Oh, bye, babe. Bye. Bye.